how to sell beats online. There are three things that I want to focus on in this video to help you learn how to sell beats online. The first thing is, what beats do you even make? The second thing is, how do you make a beat? Like, how do you go about doing that? And the third thing is, where do you go and distribute your beats, where you actually make the sale? So let's dive into those three things. I'll give you context on each of those three things, and then you can go out. And if you're still interested at the end of the video, go and sell your beats. The first thing is, what beats do you make? So this is more of a strategic question. Of course, you can go out and make any type of beat you want. You can make a rap beat, you can make a hip hop beat, you can make an indie pop beat, you can make a pop beat, a songwriting beat, instrumental beat. It doesn't matter like what beat you make. However, if you want to do it strategically, it does matter. So what do I mean by that? There is a market for beats, right? That's why people sell beats. So how do you know what beats to make? How do you know what beats people are searching for? So that's what I want to talk about in this one is, let's learn what beats people are searching for, specifically on YouTube, and then we can make those type of beats. So there are a few tools you can use to find out what people are searching for. This is also known as keyword search tools that have to do with search engine optimization. So don't worry about those words. Let's get into the keyword search tools so we can see what are the popular beats people are buying and viewing. I'm going to talk about two tools that are free, but you can also upgrade to get the paid versions. They're vidIQ and TubeBuddy. They're great for YouTube, and both have a Chrome extension that you can install so you can easily find popular keywords or popular beats that people are searching for right on YouTube. Here's the first one, vidIQ at vidIQ.com. You can see it's free. It's free to sign up. And TubeBuddy. So both are good. I use both. Let's just go and install the TubeBuddy right now, and I'll show you how it works in action. I believe I don't have it, so I'm gonna have to go over here, my YouTube channel. So I'm going to install for free right now. Okay, let's go add to Chrome. You have to read these terms, then accept the extension. It's going to add it to right at the top here, TB. Okay, I'm signed in TubeBuddy here. You can see the little blue dot. And now I can go to over here to the right, Keyword Explorer. I'm going to open up that. I'm going to type in a keyword. So let's say, in my case, I'm going to talk about an indie pop beat and how you can make that. Because watch, when I put an indie pop type beat, let's explore that. Keep in mind, we're on the free platform here, so we're not going to get amazing results. We're going to get the overall score, 59 out of 100. That's a good keyword. It says there's a decent amount of competition, but this keyword is searched so often, it's worth targeting. That's great for us. And notice that we can't see many more keywords because we're not paying for this tool. Let's search another one, maybe a more popular beat, like a smooth guitar type beat. Let's see what that's like. Very good. There is a decent amount of competition, but the keyword is searched so often it's worth targeting. So similar sentence to indie pop type beat, but this one's very good. It has a higher score. So that's an even better keyword. And you can search maybe, beat by artist. Let's try popular artist, Ed Sheeran type beat. So this is 11 on 12. Although this keyword is searched very often, it's bad to target because it's extremely competitive. You probably don't want to go out and make an Ed Sheeran type beat. By all means, you can, but you probably don't strategically because look, not many people are searching for it on YouTube. This is YouTube specific. So we're not talking about BeatStars. We're not talking about any other social platform out there. Ed Sheeran type beats could work on another platform. So this is just YouTube specific. So that's number one. Make a list of keywords or type of beats or type beats, that you want to target. Put them in here, or better yet, you can pay for this tool or pay for vidIQ. It's about $10 a month, but then you can cancel anytime. So you could just pay one-time fee, $10. Get a list of keywords that you can target. In our circumstance here, we might want to go indie pop type beat, and then the other one smooth guitar type beat because they're both good keywords to target. Now we have to go and make these beats, which leads us to number two, getting right in our DAW, producing the song from scratch. I say from scratch. You can just do this by mixing and matching samples. Like if you go to Splice and just download samples, or if you're downloading samples from other packs and you're kind of just pulling them into your DAW and organizing them like that, that's fine. You can do that. Beat makers still sell a lot of beats doing it like this. I'm a songwriter, I'm a musician. I like to put my creativity into the beat. So that's how I'm going to show you how to do it, but I'll talk about a little bit about mixing some of these samples inside of it as well. As you know, I'm a Logic user, so I'm going to jump into Logic here and show you a beat that is pretty much near complete. And then I'll show you, not going to go through all the tracks. I'm going to go through maybe the stems, the main parts of what make up a beat. Okay. So this is an indie pop type beat, a songwriter type beat. A beat has to really be built around a popular song. So you'll notice at the top here, I have structure. I have intro, verse, pre, chorus, verse 2, pre 2, chorus, bridge, chorus 3. This is a standard structure here, okay, at the top. You're going to want to follow this type of structure because the audience that are buying beats want to sing over it. They want to write their own lyrics over it, right? So you need to give them a structure that allows them to have a verse, a pre-chorus, and then a chorus. If your song is just all over the place with a structure, it's hard to write lyrics. That's a very important piece. The next piece that's important is having an element that is the main part of the song, whether that's a piano piece, a guitar piece, whatever your main piece is, have that be usually one instrument, a chord progression that follows throughout the song, being the same chord progression throughout the song, or switching from verse to pre-chorus to chorus. However, a lot of pop songs, a lot of popular beats have the same chord progression through the entire song. For example, the guitar that I'm using in this song is the same throughout the whole song. So just have a listen to this. That's it for the whole song. It goes through like that. I'm automating bits here. If you can just open up automation, doing some volume automation. So if it is the same, please do some type of automation that just adds more dynamic, because it can get really boring if it's literally just the same thing throughout the whole song. So that's a real kind of bread and butter piece that you need. And then we're going to build the beat around this. Okay, let's listen to the drum stem here. So this is a drum set I programmed myself. I got a lot of these drum samples from Splice. So like the kick here actually is 2 kicks that I'm using inside of a sampler. And I'm just going to leave it there. I don't want to get too deep into the tracks. I can make another video on actually dissecting maybe this a little bit more, but let's get back into like selling beats in a second. Then we have a lot of synths are great to just make the song sound wider and sound fatter. If it was just, for example, the drums and guitar, would sound very bare. Still sounds cool, but I'm going to add the synths here. Now I'm adding the bass, which is going to just change the whole thing, cover the whole low end. After the bass, we have the guitar, which I've added more things that I didn't mention down here. These 3 things. I'm going through this quickly, guys, because I don't really want to spend the time on a production video. I want to get back into the selling beats. Drums, bass, synths, guitars, and we just have effects here, like this stuff. Just adds a bit of flavor. And the verses of stuff, just having more effects like this to add some color. Sounds weird on its own, but with everything. That's a really quick breakdown of my take on an indie pop beat. It doesn't mean it's right, also doesn't mean it's wrong. Music is creative, right? But the people will gravitate towards this, I think, because it's good in my opinion, but also because people are searching for the term. So I know I have a chance to rank on YouTube when people are searching for this. Okay, so what's another way you can do to get inspiration on how to make this beat, right, in Logic? If that was way too fast for you and you're left wondering like, oh, I have no idea, go to YouTube. Let's do this together. And let's just stick on the indie pop beat theme, indie pop type beat. Now let's just go to the first one here. Actually, this is an official music video. We want a type beat. So here we go. Let's go to this one and just have a listen. Actually, that's too bad. I won't be able to have a listen to this because of YouTube Content ID. My video will be have a copyright claim. So I'm not going to play this, but what you would do is essentially open this link up and then have this video play. Notice what their structure is. Notice what instrumentation they have in. Is it exciting? What's the mood like? You are allowed to take inspiration from other songs. Even if you go to Spotify, for example, and go to indie pop and look at some of the indie pop songs on like an indie pop playlist, and you go to this playlist and you just look at some of these songs here, take a notice of what their structure is like. What's the mood? What's the vibe? And you can bring that in and get inspired from that. We don't want to just copy things from that, but we can get inspired from it. What I mean by that is like, it's okay if you actually look at the chord progressions of the songs, because there's a limited amount of chord progressions that you can use. You can actually copy chord progressions. You can't copyright a chord progression ever, but you don't want to steal any melodies. You don't want to steal any lyrics. Your song's not going to have any lyrics, but be careful when you're getting inspired by stuff. You don't want to ever steal stuff. You just really want to notice structure, chord progression, dynamics. Like, are the verses very slim? Are the choruses very big? That's what I mean by dynamics. So that's how to make a beat very, very fast. Let's get on to the third thing, where we talk about, okay, we know what beats we can make now. We know how to make them, or what we can look for in a beat on how to make it. And now the third thing is, how do we distribute these beats? Like when it's done, we have a WAV file. How do we package these beats up and distribute them? I'm going to talk about two different platforms you can use to sell your beats online. The first, you may have heard of this before if you looked into it, BeatStars. It's the world's #1 marketplace to buy and sell beats. So let's look at the pricing for BeatStars if you want to use BeatStars to sell your beats. Let's go over 2 million creators. That's pretty awesome, actually. Let's go down here. Just skip all this stuff. Free for sellers just starting their music business. So up to 10 tracks. If you want to have more than 10 tracks, $10 a month. You can have a pro page at $20 a month. Reasonably priced, because if you sell a beat for $20, and you already make your money back if you're, even have a pro page. Okay, so that's an easy way to sell your beats. The other way is actually if you have use your own platform, so your own website. You can use an e-commerce site, like Wix has an e-commerce site, WordPress has an e-commerce site, Shopify is another one you can use to sell your beats. This way gives you more, I guess, control and flexibility over the design of your page. However, they don't have an audience of people who want beats. The benefit of BeatStars is it's such a well-known brand that people who are interested in buying beats will actually go directly to BeatStars and search. So you have the potential to also be discovered on BeatStars, which is why I would recommend BeatStars over hosting it on your own site. Maybe or if you already have a big audience, or you can leverage an audience, you can funnel it into your own site to sell it. But if you're just getting started, this would be my recommendation to get started on BeatStars first. A little bit more on selling your beats, whether it's on BeatStars or Shopify, for example, an e-commerce site, you still need to do marketing. It's not just a win-win. You make a beat and you put it on BeatStars or Shopify or whatever, and you start selling beats. You need to do the marketing. You need to bring people to BeatStars, and you need to, or your own site, and that's going to actually sell your beats. So really the question on how to sell beats online is you need an audience. And so that's a deeper question of how you can build an audience. And I don't want to diverge the entire video into a marketing video, but quickly I will talk about, there are two things you can learn more about to build an audience. One is the organic side of marketing, where you can build content, so create content and publish it that adds value to people. And so, for example, if you want to create YouTube videos, or you're creating social posts or TikTok videos, this content adds value to people, so it's engaging, and then you get rewarded by that with followers and views, and then you can funnel that traffic to your BeatStars page, for example. That's a long-term thing. That takes years and years of developing content and building an audience. It's a long game, but what else are you going to be doing, right? If you want to do this for a career. The other way which you can do both, by the way, is the paid side. And you can go to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, YouTube, and pay to be placed paid ads. So you might have a bit of experience with that. You can do it easily on Instagram and Facebook. YouTube and Google make it easy. TikTok is just starting out with paid ads, and you can pay for an ad. Here's my beats, and give a preview of the beat, and then funnel people into your BeatStars page. So that's going to give you very quick results because you're paying for it. So you can get like eyeballs and clicks right away on day one where you start paying for it, versus the organic side is really long term. Both are really good to do together simultaneously throughout your career as a beat maker or a musician, because you can still get good results on the paid side, but you still want to be balancing it with organic side, because it will work if you continue to do it in the long run. That's all I want to talk about down the marketing road. And in general, that kind of wraps up our discussion on how to sell beats online. So you know how to search for beats now and what beats are popular. You kind of know how to make a beat. If that went too fast for you, just let me know in the comments. I can break this song down a little bit slower and a little bit deeper. We can also make a beat from scratch together. That might be really fun. Maybe we can do that on live stream. You kind of have an idea of where you can sell at BeatStars and how to get traffic to it. Please leave me any comments or questions you have, and I'll get to them if I can, or anyone else can, give you answers if someone else has experience in making beats. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.